Hello, would you like to travel with me to Timor-Leste, a nation in Southeast Asia, to see the biggest animal on the planet, the blue whale? Welcome. It is difficult to describe how big this animal is. Here is a size comparison from Wikipedia. Its length is the length of a professional basketball court. Timor-Leste has an estimated population of 1.4 million and the capital city, Dili, of 340,000. It is a small airport. You walk down from the plane into the airport building. And it is a small city. There is only one street between many hotels and the beach. So I'm here at the center of Dili, Timor-Leste, and I found out that they use US dollars for their currency. But the coins, so up to 100 cents, they mint themselves. The vendors are preparing for tonight. Every small dish costs exactly 50 US cents. I guessed about 50 vendors. The next morning, with a small boat to a larger boat. My camera of 12 years is going to break down in a few minutes. From now on, you will see videos either from my smartphone or from fellow travelers who I had never met before, or from the staff, or downloaded from the internet with permission. I am grateful to all people who allowed me to have this footage. Blue whales can swim slowly, 2 kilometers per hour. They can cruise at around 20 kilometers per hour, or they can swim extremely fast, at around 50 kilometers per hour. Some customers were new to snorkeling and asked for a life jacket. Scientists estimate that 600 to 800 endangered blue whales migrate through Timor-Leste's deep waters every year. They travel between their Indonesian breeding grounds and their Australian feeding areas. They come as close as 100 meters to the shores of Dili. These deep, nutrient-rich waters near Dili serve as a vital corridor for more than 20 species of marine mammals. The blue whales here are a little bit smaller than Antarctic blue whales. While whale watching is a growing industry in Timor-Leste, effectively it is unregulated by law. Experts are worried that too much whale watching will harm the blue whales and other marine mammals. Blue whales are the biggest animals on the planet, but their cousins, humpback whales, belong to the most intelligent animals on the planet. Are blue whales also highly intelligent? While whale watching is becoming increasingly popular, scientists estimated that less than 1% of the world's population has ever seen a living whale. In these images, you see the blue whales from as close as we tourists could get to them. And they look small, but they are huge. It was a privilege and an experience to see blue whales. Extraordinary scenes. but I don't want to hide. Half an hour to go to the boat, 4 hours on the boat, half an hour to come back to the hotel, 2 days. So these scenes you have seen, they were filmed within 10 hours. I came for blue whales, but I will sightsee in Dili while I'm here. The first thing I had to look at was the presidential palace, even though I was not allowed to go inside. The president has a Nobel Prize. There were signs on the streets of Dili commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Balibo Five tragedy. The Indonesian military killed 5 journalists based in Australia who had traveled to Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste was a Portuguese colony until 1975. After Portugal left, Indonesia invaded Timor-Leste in December 1975 and annexed it, stating, amongst others, stopping communism. The years 1976 until 1999 were marked by conflict, with reports of widespread atrocities. Historians estimate that 3,408 Indonesian soldiers and 25% of Timor-Leste's population died. In 1999, there was a UN-sponsored referendum. The people of Timor-Leste voted to reject special autonomy within Indonesia and chose independence. Pro-Indonesia militias reacted with violence before an international peacekeeping force could arrive. The UN then governed Timor-Leste until it became an independent nation in May 2002. Today, relations between Indonesia and Timor-Leste have improved, with bilateral cooperation becoming a priority. The Archives and Museum of Timorese Resistance shows this history impressively. Not all museum exhibit labels are in English. Tetum and Portuguese are the 2 official languages of Timor-Leste. So you said something very interesting. Can you repeat it, please?
In English, say thank you. In Tetum, say obrigada.
Like in Portuguese?
Yeah, like in Portuguese.
Tais are traditional shawls for men and women. The tais market in Dili is famous and one of its main tourist attractions. Tais have cultural significance for the Timorese. The vendors in this market were nice and did not pressure me to buy anything. Local weavers created some of the tais. What is that? Marobo tais. And the market is called market tais.
Yeah,
And they are only made in Timor-Leste. Okay. Is it only women who make them or also men?
only women.
Only women. Less than 5% of the population are Muslim. More than 95% are Catholic Christians. There are little buses called microlets. I must take a microlet to go to the statue of Jesus Christ in Dili, called Cristo Rei. It is 27 meters high. From this microlet stop on, I must walk. There are 14 stations along the way, symbolizing the journey of Jesus Christ to his crucifixion. There are 570 steps until I get to the top. This is the other side of Cristo Rei. Tourists almost never visit this bay. Sadly, I'm missing videos from one day, except for a few seconds which I must have backed up. I hired a local guide and a car, and after searching for hours, at night, we finally found it. This is a deadly saltwater crocodile. What is it doing here, 330 meters above sea level? The astonishing answer is that there is a river from the lake to the sea that is largely underground. I went scuba diving. I was impressed. I hope you liked it too. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.